We're at St. Mary's University College. Eugene, you are involved as a writer-in-residence. What in the heaven's name does that mean?
That's a good question.
All right, the interview's over. Thanks, Eugene. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for
it's
having
been
us.
fun. I sit here at the picnic table and write. And it's
That's
kind of
right.
like a residence, but it gets cold in the winter, though. That's the only problem. No, this college started to employ me about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
A little play that I'd written downtown was getting the rounds, and it came out here. Marilyn Potts, who directed the Ghost Stories, directed that. So that was my first introduction to the college, and then they asked me to teach some writing classes after that. I traveled for a few years, and when I got back to Calgary, I thought, I wonder why I'm not out at St. Mary's anymore. And at that earlier time, they talked about having me as a writer-in-residence, so I came and had a coffee with the last president, not Jerry, and he thought it was a good idea, so I guess it's my third year now. I teach some writing classes, and then, of course, I wrote these ghost stories.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the ghost tours, because this is the second year running.
Yeah.
What was it about at the ghost tours that you really intrigued by?
Well, how they came about was, and I'm not sure if you guys get any sense out here, but there are people who think that there's sort of a spiritual life, like beyond the obvious, you know, and I certainly felt. I was thinking of that, like long before I was ever here. I remember seeing that tower, and I was thinking, there's something going on there. So there had been talk over the years, and there's a lot of years behind this place, that there were hauntings and that there were sightings and that there were odd things going on. So when it was Jerry's idea to put this night together, and they asked me if I would take some of these stories and dramatize them, I guess. What happened, though, was that there weren't quite as many stories.
And then, of course, in comes Eugene. And there we go.
Yeah,
the rest is history.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, of course, they're going to be fiction anyway, I suppose, but there weren't initially quite as many as we thought there would be. So I was left with 2 or 3 notes, and I thought, well, I'll just go for it. So that, for instance, the lady in the tower there, Mary, she's totally fictitious. I mean, if you look at that tower, I just think of someone up in that window looking out. And whenever I was writing them, I was trying to think of what it was like before Calgary's all hooked up like this.
Sure.
Because this would have been way out in the country. And I think, the McLeod Trail probably was just that, a trail.
There's so many mysteries to Calgary. I'll say one thing about this guy. He's extremely creative. He's a genius when it comes to writing. Thank you for spending the time here. And, we should get some food here. Is there anybody we can talk about? We just have enjoyed this picnic out here. St. Mary's University is where we're at. More of Go Calgary coming up. Yeah, let's get a picnic. Maybe some KFC or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We could do that all day.